2, 1. You're live. There's a little yellow button. I'm looking for, there it is. We're live. Hey internet friends, Magic Brad, SynergyCafe, and we're talking again about meditation, beginner meditation, and I've got my friend Damon Dickinson here. We're live.
Everybody. We are live.
Live. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Live and together on the same screen.
So we're warm. I'm wearing a hot sweater, but it's really nice out.
It is nice.
So our question for today was, I forgot what it was. It was,
do we need to make lifestyle changes?
yes. Do we need to make lifestyle changes? I would say yes. Duh.
Well, yes and no. So I think what a lot of people are thinking, it's like, do I need to go live in an ashram? Do I need to quit drinking, smoking, having sex, and eating meat, you know, in order to like really benefit? I think that's, you know, those sort of things people go to those sort of streams. So just starting with meditation for beginners, there may be some basic lifestyle changes in that you're creating a new habit, new discipline. You know, if we do meditation when it's convenient, if we do it randomly, we're probably, at least for me, I'm not going to benefit from it very much. You know, it's more of a pastime, something that I really benefit from most. So the biggest lifestyle change, or really the only lifestyle change I would recommend making, is one that you make time each day for your meditation practice. Beyond that, yes, let's just say, for example, in the morning we meditate, right? Mm-hmm. But right now we're drinking a 44-ounce Starbucks, you know, at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we try to sit and meditate. Those two things probably for most people aren't going to go very well together. Mm-hmm. So then you might say, well, maybe I should meditate before, but I'm so out of it, I can't meditate. So maybe you need to make some little alteration. Maybe you have a 10-ounce Starbucks before you meditate. Or, you know, if honestly, you know, there's other extremes, like if you're an alcoholic and you're like hungover in the morning because you've drunk so much the night before, and it's a ongoing things. Yeah, you might need to stop drinking before you really can benefit from meditation. But I think for the majority of people, okay, who are, you know, somewhere in the middle and mainstream in their lifestyle, that any of real lifestyle changes in order to try to benefit more or to support your meditation practice is something that should happen naturally as a natural result and desire from within you. Feeling would help support you in your meditation, not something that you enforce on yourself, like go live in a cave or move to an ashram or even stop eating meat or something like that in order to be more spiritual.
So what might happen is you will experience lifestyle changes because you're meditating.
Yes. And I believe that's the way that it's designed to be, you know, and this is what happens a lot of times. Some very, you know, great gurus, but masters of spiritual life, they have gotten to that place where those things have fallen away for them. You know, many of the desires and addictions that we all have in one form or another to deal with and cope with our feelings, pain, fears, desires, all those things, they start dropping away because we're so deeply present and in the bliss that those things don't have any draw to us anymore. And we're naturally guided to live differently than we may have before. But people see these people already in that state, in that lifestyle, and going, oh, well, I have to stop doing all those things. Right. In order to do it, and then we force ourselves and create more pressure, and it's like it doesn't serve us.
Right. It's more an end to the means. So when you're meditating, you'll change your lifestyle.
Right. It's putting the cart before the horse.
Exactly. We don't do that. I've seen those kind of things before.
Sure.
You know, they go crooked.
Yeah, they do. It comes out sideways. You know. Then you're in the ashram and you're drinking on the side somewhere. You got it hidden under your pillow or something. You know? You're just not ready, or you're hitting on the nun next to you because it's here. You know? So that's what happens. You know, it happens a lot. You know, I'm sure in the monasteries and in the nunneries, you know, things come out sideways because they do sort of enforce, you know, lifestyle changes and things that people aren't necessarily ready for. Right. Even though we think it's good for us, and maybe it is for us, we're just not ready for it yet. Mm-hmm. You know, so let it be a natural thing, those lifestyle changes and choices.
Well, you thought this might have been a long one, but actually I think it's kind of a...
Yeah, I mean, that does answer the question.
It does, and I think that's, just to summarize again, I think that by meditating, your life will change, and that's why you're doing it.
Right.
Rather than having to make changes. So yes, you will have to make changes, you have to start meditating.
Well, and, you know, just to tell a little bit of my story, my personal experience, where I come from in that, you know, I did come from heavy drug addiction in my teenage years. And I was first introduced to meditation through 12-step recovery, you know, at an early age. But I wasn't ready to meditate at that point. I could barely sit still, you know, and I still had all those very, very worldly desires, and we all do. I still have plenty of them, you know. And so I really was more into pursuing those desires, making money, chasing girls, getting a fast car, going to school, all those things. And yet, you know, as I continued to work the steps and I went through and I started experiencing a deeper spiritual connection and the peace that was there, I started realizing that's what I really wanted more of, not the outside things. Like, as I started getting some of the outside things, money, girls, relationship, nice home, nice cars, it's like, that's not it. You know, that wasn't it. And so that reference point started changing from something that was it. And even after I had like given up alcohol and drugs, and it was like cigarettes and alcohol and coffee for a very long time, caffeine, you know, and even those things now, it's like, and then, you know, it's been 12 years since I've had nicotine, you know, cigarettes in any way, shape, or form. And it's been a slow progression, you know. And then even with coffee, like I finally got to the point I couldn't drink coffee. I was just too oversensitive. Like, even it just didn't feel good anymore to have that level of like high and energy intensity in my body. Didn't feel good. So, you know, and it was like one thing at a time, very slowly, quite often out of my own control. Like I would pray about it, set the intention, but it would still take a very long time before it would fall away.
Well, oftentimes those substances are masking deeper stuff anyways.
Absolutely.
I think in meditation,
yeah,
those things will come up and you can heal them as opposed to just putting the bandage over top.
Or let them be healed is really what I've started to experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that it?
I think so, yes.
Did we summarize?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we've got a couple more of these, so stay tuned and Google Magic Brad or Damon Heart. Peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah, I got to start branding myself with the Damon Heart.
Why not? It's just a keyword, throw it on the internet, and people can find you.
That's right.
It's a lot easier than paying for those clicks.
Yeah, so don't go join a monastery today. Hold out a little bit.
That's right. Okay. See ya.